You see, success, true and lasting success, isn't simply about talent. It isn't about luck. It isn't even about how much you know. It's about mindset, the way you think, the way you show up every single day when no one is watching. Think about the top 1% of people in any field. Entrepreneurs, athletes, artists. These individuals didn't just wake up one day with all the answers. They didn't stumble into greatness by accident. They built it, step by step, day by day, by thinking differently from the rest. And that's what separates them. But here's the truth most people miss. They weren't born this way. They trained themselves to think differently. They trained themselves to show up consistently. And if they can do it, so can you. So tonight, I challenge you to ask yourself this. What if you could start thinking like the top 1%? What if you could dream bigger than you've dreamed before? What if you could start thinking like the best of the best? Making money with good style is as simple. And once you learn the art of combating the paranoid so you don't settle for anything less, back with your people, what if you stopped settling for average? What if you made the decision right here, right now, to start cultivating the habits and mindset that lead to extraordinary results? End quote. So for me, this has elements of sacrificing, because let me tell you something, the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stagnant is often one thing: belief. The top 1% believe that success is inevitable if they stay the course. They don't let setbacks define them. They see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones, proof that they are growing. The covenant, watch over us and protect. But how do you develop this mindset? Let me break it down for you. First and foremost, it starts with your standards. The top 1% refuse to tolerate mediocrity. They demand more from themselves. While the majority may say, "That's good enough," the elite say, "How can I do better?" They live by a code of excellence. Ask yourself, what standards have you been living by? Are you settling for good enough in your relationships, your work, your goals? Or are you striving for something greater? Good, because let me tell you, good enough is the enemy of greatness. End of tweet style. Angel, the X-Men. Next, the top 1% are relentless learners. They understand that the second they stop learning, they stop growing. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on the planet, reads 500 pages a day. So, Kobe Bryant, long after his career peaked, showed up to practice hours before anyone else. Is this hunger to keep growing, to keep improving, that fuels their success? So I ask you, when was the last time you invested in yourself? When was the last time you stretched your comfort zone and pushed the limits of what you thought was possible? Here's the hard truth. Growth is uncomfortable. It's painful. It will test you in ways you never imagined. But that discomfort is a sign that you are on the right path. Pausing, Luke said, and that brings me to the next point: embracing failure. The top 1% understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. They don't fear failure because they know it holds valuable lessons. Every time they fall, they learn. Every mistake sharpens their skills. So if you've been avoiding failure, if you've been playing it safe, staying inside your comfort zone, I challenge you tonight to fail forward. Go ahead and undo meaner self for once and for all. Slow down during this mortal coil. We're locked up inside one another's minds for life. In my face, ever since I came to you. Fail boldly, fail often, and learn from every single moment. Ryan Pellick, because each failure brings you closer to success. Now let's talk about discipline, the secret weapon of the top 1%. How do you get the secret weapon out of the pit in your stomach? You do. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. When motivation fades, and trust me, it will, discipline steps in. It's the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. I want you to think about this. What separates the person who wakes up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym from the one who snoozes their alarm? It's not motivation, it's discipline. The top 1% don't rely on how they feel in the moment. They follow through because they made a commitment to themselves. And let me tell you, if you can master discipline, you can master anything. No, but the journey to the top isn't just about individual effort. Step by step, surround yourself with the right people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to elevate your mindset, start spending time with people who push you to be better. Find mentors. Connect with communities that share your hunger for growth. Let their energy lift you higher. That said, and finally, perhaps the most powerful tool you can develop, gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack. The top 1% start their day by counting their blessings, no matter how small. This simple shift allows them to see opportunities where others see problems. So tonight, I leave you with this. You are capable of far more than you realize. The life you dream of is within reach, but it starts with a decision. A decision to raise your standards, to embrace discomfort, to stay disciplined. The question is, are you willing to step into that version of yourself? Because if you are, the journey to the top 1% begins now.